Coming up tonight at 11, the threat rising from the French fire. More structures and communities now within the fire's reach as it continues to grow. We bring you an update next. Plus, frontline workers faced with a vaccine mandate or risk losing their jobs. We take you to a protest as healthcare heroes hit the streets and line up for freedom of choice. Brandon.
And we're still tracking the conditions near that fire. Lots of smoke still a factor here this evening. 23 ABC News at 11 starts now.
Live from Kern County streaming news leader. This is 23 ABC News at 11, and it starts now.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 11, also available live on your favorite streaming platform. I'm Keely Van Mittendorp. Well, the French fire continues to cause more destruction this Friday, and tonight additional evacuation orders are in place. This map here in our live center from KCFD shows the perimeter of the fire and how much this fire has actually grown here in the dark red. Evacuation orders and warnings are going to be in the lighter shaded areas here of the orangish yellow and the lighter pink here color. Those areas significantly expanded in all directions there. So, of course, we're going to keep monitoring this, a very dangerous situation, and it continues to develop. As those flames continue to threaten homes and other structures, 23 ABC's Kristen Vartan joins us live from Lake Isabella to tell us the latest from the scene. Kristen.
Keely, this fire continues to torch thousands upon thousands of acres. The last number we got was 10,061 acres. As you can see, the ridge just behind me, there's a whole just spread of smoke and flame. The fire continues to roar, and meanwhile, the Kern County Fire Department and other agencies are trying their best to contain this thing. Friday, the French fire continues to torch the forest landscape near Lake Isabella. And according to the Kern County Fire Department's estimation, tripling in size. The latest land it has threatened, Alta Sierra.
So right now our priorities are for Kern County Fire, and the incident in general is to protect life and property, and this community was going to be impacted. The fire has crested the ridge above the community, so we've had a lot of resources come in to try to prepare it for the fire.
And with that, new evacuation orders being issued in nearby communities. Red Cross moving their site from the Kern River Valley Senior Center to the Woodrow Wallace Elementary School in Lake Isabella in case they get a bunch of evacuees. If anyone in the evacuation warning and order areas need assistance with being evacuated, Ready Kern suggests calling Aging and Adult Services hotline at 1-855-264-6565. In an emergency, they say it's best to call 911. But Tom Klein with the Red Cross says don't wait to evacuate.
Don't wait, because the fire department is spread out thin. And once they give the evacuation, they may not have the manpower to come in, or it may not be safe for them to come in and evacuate them when the danger gets too bad. So get out now. If you've been told to evacuate, get out now.
Red Cross volunteers are not the only people in the area devoting their time to protecting the community. A volunteer with the Citizens of Emergency Response Team, LYLE Walker, has been in the Emergency Service Corps in Wilford Heights and Lake Isabella area since high school.
I felt it be in the best interest for the communities, for wherever I live.
He says the Citizens of Emergency Response Teams are currently on standby all across the community, waiting to hear from the Forest Service or the Kern County Sheriff's Department if they need extra help for evacuating people with fire-based operations and resources for shelters. Friday, volunteers mainly assisting with the new evacuation center with setting up cots and providing water.
And basically, it's additional manpower.
And those fighting the fire can use all the help they can get.
This area presents a lot of challenges for us always in the greater Lake Isabella area. There's high winds, steep terrain, all of the things that make fire control a challenge.
And one last look at that ridge before we sign off for the night. You can see the fire is just spreading across it. And this fire, according to the Kern County Fire Department, is only 5% contained at this time. But we do have the latest evacuation information for you and an interactive map of those evacuation sites on our website, turnto23.com. Again, like those people said, like the Red Cross, get out when you hear that evacuation warning. Do not wait to evacuate. In Lake Isabella, Kristen Vartan, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Definitely an ominous scene out there. Thoughts and prayers are with everyone fighting that fire. And this blaze isn't the only fire growing. The Walker's fire continues to spread north, getting closer to Sequoia National Forest. That fire has grown to more than 2,000 acres and is 15% contained tonight. Crews from Park and Forest Service working together to control that blaze. And with the growing number of fires in the state, here at 23 ABC, we're taking an in-depth look at the risk of wildfires in Kern County and in California. According to the Kern County Fire Department, there are 25 communities here in Kern registered as communities at risk by the California Fire Alliance. Extreme risk communities are Bear Valley Springs and Wolford Heights. Also, communities considered slightly threatened are Arvin and California City. And now focusing on state threats, California ranks #1 for most at risk for fires and has more than 2 million properties at high to extreme risk. According to Insurance Information Institute, so far in 2021, all fires in California have burned more than 1 million acres.